my roses while I'm here. Rather be loved than feared. Don't really know what's up from here. Just speak up now and save your tears.
In my last video, we toured 3 mind-blowing plant nurseries in the Phoenix Valley. And if you're just joining us and haven't checked out that video, you might want to watch that one first before watching this one. And in this video, I'm going to share which plants I chose from each shop. If you're interested, then stay tuned. That brings us to the first nursery that we stopped at, and that's the Plant Bodega Co. So remember when I took you guys into the store and I showed you guys my favorite part of the store? Well, in that area along the wall was a plant that I purchased. Can you guess which one it was? If you guessed the Hoya multiflora, then you guessed right. I saw this plant and I waited to just before I left to pick her up because I wanted to go throughout the whole store to make sure that she was truly the one. This Hoya's blooms look like shooting stars, and that is where she gets her nickname. And as you can see, she doesn't look like your typical Hoya. Her leaves are a lot thinner, and I don't know, she doesn't have that Hoya look to her. But she is indeed from the Hoya family. As you can see, she has plenty peduncles to spare, and she's putting out a lot of blooms at the moment as well. Her leaves are a bit dusty, but I'll be getting those cleaned soon. I plan on putting her up on a trellis and seeing how easy she is to propagate. Now, I won't be going too crazy when propagating this plant because I do like her size, but I will be doing some experimenting with it. Now, if you're watching and you already have this plant in your collection, please, in the comments below, drop all your care tips because I'm going to need them. But I'm not too afraid because I hear that this is an easy care plant, so wish me luck. Oh, and if you were wondering, I also hear that this is a fast grower. I don't know. Like I said, I've never had this plant in my collection, but we will see together and I will let you know firsthand. So that was the plant that I decided to take home from the bodega. I have 2 more plants left to share with you, so stay tuned for that. Let's head over to the plant stand to see what I picked up from there. Now, prior to going to the plant stand, I already had in mind what I was going to pick up from there because I had already peeped out on their Instagram that they had some plants on sale. And if you're familiar with the plant stand, then you would probably know that they always primarily have a sale going on. So if you're ever in the area, I advise you to stop by. I'm pretty sure you're going to go home with something. But for me, I had my eye on the Monstera Thai constellation. It was a sea of them to choose from, so that was kind of hard, but I found the one. I chose this particular plant for so many reasons. The main reason I chose this plant is because she had a leaf that was already unfurling, so that lets me know that it was already putting out. The second reason is look at the variegation. Some types have more of a speckled variegation compared to this one, to where it has the speckled and the creamy variegation. And I love that about this one. I have tried growing this plant in the past and she did well, but she got sick when I got sick. So if you know like I know, this plant wasn't a cheap one to come by. But the price of this plant has definitely come down over the years. And for that reason, that is why I thought it was time to get a new one. Now, I must say I feel like I'm more confident this time around, and I feel like I will do a better job with taking care of this plant. At least I'm going to try my best because we all know that the Thai constellation rots easily. So that is why I think I'm going to put her in pond with a mixture of leca. That way I don't have to worry about root rotting as much. But I'll be saving that for another video. So that was the second plant that I got. So now we have one last plant to show you. So let's head on over to Mother Earth. Although it was my first time at this location, I had called and placed this particular plant on hold. I've also had this plant in the past, and just the same as the Thai constellation, it was one of the plants that didn't make it. And that is the Anthurium veitchii. The difference between this plant and the one I had in the past, this one was sold to me as the veitchii king. If I'm not mistaken, that means it will grow much larger than the average veitchii. Unfortunately, this plant did come with a lot of cosmetic damage, but I'm not complaining because I know the newer leaves will come out beautiful, just like the last leaf that it pushed out here. Once she acclimates to my home, I do plan to pot her up in a pond and leca mixture as well. And because it is spring, I have high hopes that she's going to push out some beautiful, healthy, elongated leaves, showing off those ripply abs that she's known most for. If you made it this far in the video, you're greatly appreciated. And if you haven't yet subscribed to my channel, please do. Also, let me know what you think about the 3 plants that I chose in the comments below, because I think I made an excellent choice with the 3 plants that I picked out. I came home with a Hoya, Monstera, and an Anthurium, and I just think you can't beat that. That's just a win-win. So you can only imagine how happy I feel inside as a plant parent. If you know, you know. I will definitely be giving you an update on these 3. Please remember to turn your notification bells on because I have a lot of planty content coming your way. And you wouldn't want to miss it because I have a lot to share. And as I always say, enjoy peace, spread love, and be blessed. Happy growing.
I know I make the effort, I try to make it better. This life shit isn't eternal, I never become a burden. I know just how that can feel, I know that it can get real. But my squad all for the turn up, we getting money to come up. They really all know the deal, one goal is just to stay real.